Hello everybody and welcome to my first ever YouTube video from a girlie living in Brisbane, Australia. So I don't think anyone ever really tells you how tiring it can be to build a life from scratch. And that's not in a dramatic way, just in a very everyday way. Like you wake up, you go to work, you try to be a functioning human being, and somehow that already feels like a full 24-hour day. This smells so good. I've also started a new skincare routine on my face recently. I'm praying that it does something for all of this. It is currently 11:40 and I am already starving, but I said to my partner that I'd wait for him to get home from work. And yet, in spite of it all, this is also the same life where I'll randomly stop and think, wait, how did I end up here? I think I added a bit too much paprika, but if you don't have paprika on your tuna sandwiches, if you eat tuna sandwiches, then I don't know what you're doing. It's not always the big, exciting moments. Honestly, it's more like a good coffee, or a quiet walk home, or laughing at something that wasn't even really that fun. And oh my god, how crazy is it that at this point in my life, I get to call Australia my home. And I'll be honest, I think I did expect myself to feel more put together by now. Like, I'd moved to a new country and suddenly become that version of myself who has routines and balance and drinks enough water. I just spent an hour catching up with one of my friends from the UK, which was super nice. We messaged quite a bit, but we hadn't had the chance to have a phone call for a little while. Now I need to make some dinner because the bouldering got me hungry. And that whole thing about having routines, that hasn't happened yet.
I don't know, but it's gross in a different way. I don't know what goes on in your neck of the woods.
Some days it's more just like surviving on vibes and whatever's left in the fridge.
You are gonna miss the show.
There's something kind of nice about that too, because even on the messy days, even when I am exhausted and a little overwhelmed, I'm still here and I'm still figuring it out. And you know what? I think that this version of life, the not perfect, slightly all over the place version, is actually the one that I'm going to remember the most. Because it's real and it's mine. You know, I think that's why I wanted to start documenting this journey, this beautiful chapter of my life that won't be my life forever. And that's not because everything is exciting all of the time, because it isn't. And don't get me wrong, I want to remember all of these beautiful highlights, the random birds that I see, and the scenery and the wildlife, but I also want to remember how I felt in the moment, and the parts where I was figuring it out as I went. It's currently 7:30 and I'm feeling really sick, and I was speaking to my friend who I went bouldering with. He was joking about how the city beach water is like 50% piss. Now I'm thinking about how much urine I've potentially ingested. So that's fun. I'm actually surprised by how chilly it's starting to get in the mornings. We are in autumn right now, but like it'll be super chilly in the morning, so you'll need to wear a jumper. And then like give it 2 hours, it'll be super hot again. I may be in Australia, but in the future I want to remember what every day felt like here. And every day isn't the same. I want to remember the tired mornings and the small wins. I want to remember the times I missed my family and friends, the times I really struggled, and the random quiet moments that don't seem so important now, but probably will later on. Deep breath in. I am incredibly exhausted. Currently doing a cleaning job. I'm doing it since January. You're constantly under this time pressure to get all these jobs done, and they're big houses as well. It's very, very, very physically demanding. I know that I'm in a very, very lucky position to come to Australia on a working holiday, but I do have a few health issues. My manager doesn't know about these health issues because I don't want them to affect my chances of having a job, because I need to pay the bills whilst I'm here. I'm not doing things necessarily the traditional backpacking way of moving from place to place, and my health issues wanted to be in an apartment because I needed a safe space and I needed a place to be able to call home whilst I was here. Yeah, I need to go eat something. I think I started filming because I was scared I'd forget this version of my life. And not the big obvious things, but the feeling of it. I also wanted to prove to future me that I am in fact doing things whilst I'm here, even if some days that does look just like going to work and coming home. I guess what I'm saying is I'm trying to be more gentle on myself and not hate on myself for not doing things every single second of the day. I have an incredibly bad headache. I got no idea why. I never used to get headaches before I came to Australia, but I seem to be getting them more and more often. In good news, the sky looks super pretty. I think there's another reason why I wanted to document this, and it's because, if I'm being honest, I've been a little hard on myself recently. I think I had this idea of what this experience would look like. Like I'd move across the world and suddenly become this super active, always out doing something version of myself. Instead, a lot of my days look like going to work, coming home, and not having that much energy left.
Standard of care, as designated by the 8th Amendment.
I'm working a cleaning job right now, and it's more physically draining than I expected. And with my health issues, some days it just takes more out of me than I want it to. I just went for an upper back massage, 30-minute long back massage, and this woman did not hold back. She was like getting her elbow and she was like digging it in. She said I was super knotted. Asked me if I'd been getting headaches recently, which I have. So I initially thought that the headaches were maybe linked to the chemicals that I'm breathing in through my cleaning job, but because she asked me if I've been getting headaches while she was like massaging me, I think potentially the headaches are linked to the back pain. If anyone knows why that's the case, then I would love to know. Cause of my back pain is definitely overuse. My limbs through cleaning, which I can't change anytime soon because I need to make money. But anyway, I thought this evening would just be a self-care evening purely because I'm in a lot of pain. I'm very grateful that I had enough disposable income this week to be able to go get at least a half an hour massage, and also needed to go shopping because Anzac Day is on Saturday, and Saturday is also our cleaning day, as you saw on the first day of this weekly vlog. I needed to pick up some cleaning products, and also I wanted to pick up some little treats because I'm in need of a pick-me-up and a relaxing evening. So I'm gonna do a haul because I think people like hauls. I got some kombucha and I wanted some healthier snacks to have in, so I got some freeze-dried mango bites, freeze-dried blueberries. Got some laundry beads because they make your clothes smell divine. I got some toothbrushes because currently I am surviving off of a Team U toothbrush, which is super shit. Some fresh power toilet gel because who doesn't want their toilets to smell like marine splash? I got some gumption. Now, before I started my cleaning job out here, I had no idea what gumption was. If you don't know what gumption is, and you probably don't care, but I'm gonna tell you anyway, scrub it in your sink and shit, and it gets rid of like anything. Like, they call it the miracle cleaner. But finally, I have some mouthwash. What I'm gonna do is put a face mask on, have some kombucha, have a lot of water, make a hot water bottle for my neck to put it on whilst I'm laying back, watch Virgin River, and honestly just crash out for the rest of the evening. I think it's super important to like kind of bring reality to the fact that even if you are on a working holiday, you're not always going to be doing things. Like, I'm not going to be hiking and kayaking and, I don't know, swimming in the most beautiful beach. I'm going to be doing all of that every day. But then there's this voice in my head like, you didn't come all this way just to be tired. I think that's where the guilt comes in, like I should be doing more, seeing more. But I'm starting to realise that this is part of it. This version of the experience. The working, the adjusting, the low energy days. It's still real life and it's still something I'm living through. And maybe making memories doesn't always look like doing something big every day. Maybe it looks like this too. Slower days, quieter moments, learning your limits in a completely new place. And I don't think that makes the experience any less meaningful. If anything, it probably makes it more honest. Even on the days I don't do much at all, I'm still living in a moment that I once really wanted. And I don't want to miss that just because it isn't perfect.